Brenda slowly opened her eyes and realized a beam of sunlight ticked her nose. She reached up to scratch it and took in her surroundings. Realizing she was in bed, she hesitantly sat up. Was she still not rescued? Looking at the style of the room, she thought she was still locked up on the boat.
You're awake?
Brenda turned to see Cameron sitting by the window. She was indeed rescued. She felt reassured by the sight of Cameron and hugged him. Cameron! There was another girl locked up with me. Do you know where she is?
She's fine.
I feel like I've forgotten something. I have a feeling it was pretty important.
Well, you haven't eaten breakfast yet. Maybe that's what you're forgetting.
Cameron picked up a spoonful of cereal and held it out to her.
Here, why don't you eat something? You'll feel better if you do.
That's it! The design competition! What time is it? Can I still make it there in time?
You still want to take part? Harry said you have signs of concussion. You should rest. As for the competition, I'll handle it.
I don't want any special treatment. I promise you I will go home and rest once I finish the competition. Just trust me this once, okay?
Have it your way, but only this time.
Thanks! I won't ask again.
I'll drop you off once we reach the shore.
When Brenda reached the design competition venue, all her colleagues had lined up and were ready to go in. Sorry I'm late, Melanie.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, this is nothing. It was just a little accident.
That's typical of you, always so clumsy.
The competition was about to begin, and Brenda was led into a small room with a locked door behind her. Brenda noticed a camera hanging from the ceiling and felt a chill run down her spine when she realized that every move of theirs was going to be monitored. Suddenly, a voice echoed in the room.
Hello, everyone. This round of the competition has officially begun. You have 3 hours to complete the challenge. Nobody is allowed to leave the room until you're done.
Melanie saw Cameron sitting beside her in her office watching the footage. She found it strange for the company's president to be supervising the design department's internal competition.
The task is very simple. You have 3 hours to create something that captures the essence of what you experience in your rooms.
Brenda's room fell silent. Then suddenly, the participating employees erupted in a chorus of despair.
Ugh, what the hell is this? What do they expect us to do? There's nothing here. What's there to see and hear?
What if I don't make it to the top 3? There's no way I can lose. I need to show Brenda I'm better than her.
Susie sat back in her chair, feeling very relaxed. Fortunately, her cousin revealed the assignment to her a week in advance. She spent the whole week researching and even paid professionals to guide her. She was confident of winning. Meanwhile, what Brenda saw in the room reminded her of her old house, and inspiration came rushing to her mind. She began working at top speed, getting lost in her work. One examiner saw Brenda through the security camera in the examiner's room.
Number 8 is working quite fast. She's the second one to start.
The first one to get started naturally was Susie, who had come prepared.
Number 8 has good technique. I can tell her fundamentals are good. She's got skill.
I've seen her work before. It's unimpressive. It really doesn't take much to get hired here. I wouldn't have let her get the job if someone else hadn't intervened.
The other examiners exchanged awkward glances at what Melanie had said.
I guess I didn't tell you, Melanie. I'm the one who hired her.
Melanie was speechless. She looked at Cameron stiff as a board, trying to figure out what to say to save her dignity in front of the company's president.
What? How could that be? You were at the interview and you said her work was terrible.
Melanie had thought one of the company's plump old directors had been behind Brenda's hiring. She would have never expected Cameron to have hired her. It made her hate Brenda's work even more. The examiners pretend to watch the surveillance video, but were waiting for Cameron to explain.
I changed my mind. Is there something you have to say about that?
The monitoring room had gone completely silent. The atmosphere in the room had become impossibly tense, but Cameron didn't even seem to notice. He looked at the silent crowd and continued watching the surveillance video.
Of course, this competition must be fair and impartial. We can't tolerate favoritism or cheating. Anyone playing favorites will be expelled.
The manager of the administration department had leaked the rules to Susie and now feared losing his job.
Mr. Kent, may I ask if number 8 is your...
I'm married.
Cameron was smart to word it that way because everyone in the room thought he was denying any relationship with Brenda. But it was still a shock. Everyone had been convinced he was among the most eligible bachelors they knew.
That's wonderful, Mr. Kent.
When will you be holding the official wedding party, Mr. Kent?
I hope we'll be lucky enough to attend it.
Cameron's eyes sparkled when he heard their adulations. He hadn't thought of holding an actual wedding ceremony. He felt Brenda was heartless for never bringing it up.
I'll be leaving now. Keep observing.
The examiners didn't understand why Cameron was leaving. As Cameron passed Melanie, he bent down to her ear.
I believe in Brenda's skill. What do you think?
He looked straight into her eyes. She almost took it as a threat.
Yeah.
Melanie had already made up her mind. If Brenda made it to the finals, it would make her look bad. Melanie had told everyone Brenda didn't have what it takes. If she won, it would be nothing short of a slap in the face. But Cameron had seen through her with one look. Meanwhile, Brenda finally finished her painting and left the room at the same time as her colleagues.
How did you do, Brenda?
I did okay, I think. I'm feeling good about it.
I just hope I make it to the next round.
Brenda was confident that she had done well, but didn't want to boast about it.
Brenda, this is embarrassing, but could I borrow some money again? My brother didn't pass his entrance exam and will try for the 3rd time.
He didn't pass after 2 years? Is it really worth it, Ashley? Brenda knew Ashley was going through tough times and could only sigh. Ashley had borrowed a few $1,000s before, but hadn't returned it. Brenda decided letting it go and giving her the money was easier. Let's go to our desks. I'll transfer it to you there.
Thanks, Brenda. Also, did you hear that Rekindled Heartache will be released on YouTube? I'm so excited.
Yes, he's married.
What? What? Who got married? When the other female employees heard her, they all rushed to the person with the group chat on the computer, where they were discussing Cameron being married.
Oh my god, I can't believe Mr. Kent is married. Does it say who seduced him?
Yes, I think it does. There might be a name here of that woman.
Brenda was scared and worried as she scrolled through the group to see if her name had been revealed. Will Brenda's colleagues find out that Brenda is married to Cameron? Will Brenda's efforts of hiding her marriage to Cameron come undone?
Hi, Brenda here. Hope you are loving Love Bargain. Keep following us as we release a new episode of Season 1 daily on YouTube. You can jump the queue and unlock all seasons of the audio series by installing the Pocket FM app now. Just click on the link in the description. To watch the next episode of Season 1, tap here, and to watch the full Season 1, click on the playlist.